Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom.
I'm starting to think that my author's corner video should be taking place in my little corner. Anyway, so hey everybody, I'm Kaci. If you didn't know, Dr. Kaci. Today I wanted to briefly discuss this 50-50 conversation. Okay, so I do not personally like the male versus women little shit we see online. It's not my cup of tea. One, because you don't really know what people got going on individually. So trying to summarize and or projecting your experiences on other people is kind of crazy. So, and I say that because, and I see it a lot. You could be thinking somebody is doing something crazy towards you, and it could be something going on with them that has nothing to do with you or whatever it is that y'all going through. On the other note, sometimes people do be on bullshit. But what I've realized and seen, hold on, let me get some. What I've realized and noticed is that a lot of people want to be seen. A lot of people want to be heard. And a lot of people want to express how they feel. Honestly, I don't see nothing wrong with, if you've had a bad experience, definitely don't hold that experience in. If you're going on a podcast, talk about that experience with others. But to just assume that everybody is the way that you've experienced other people is not good. But that ain't even why I am doing this. So in the midst of today, just a few minutes ago, I was speaking to somebody via online, and they mentioned the 50-50 thing. Somebody made a post and was like, providing is not just financial. Like, providing, being a man and having provision is not just financial. And I totally agree with that. When I look to allow somebody to date me, I'm looking at a lot of things. I am looking at not their finances, because you could be a millionaire and be a jerk, treat people bad and make people feel bad and all that. So money, I don't want to say it's not important. Stability is important. Being a millionaire is not the first thing on my list. It's not even the fifth thing on my list. I need to know that you communicate well. I need to know that you are stable within yourself and, your life. I need to know that you are a good person. You take care of your kids. You ain't out here beating up your baby mama or nothing like that. Because I've known people that have rifts with their exes, and then they are like, trying to fight for whether it's custody or something like that. And sometimes they might not tell the whole story, so I don't always ask. But this person today was like, well, if you do too much for a woman, they'll treat you bad, basically, and call you a simp and all these other things. And they didn't want to do anything else unless the person went 50-50. I'm still waiting on this response at the moment. But my question was, what do you consider 50-50? Because I am a whole 100, okay? So I can't give you 50-50 if I'm coming 100%. And I would hope to be with somebody that's also coming 100%, because guess what? I don't want 50-50. I don't want 50% of you, your money, your problems, and nothing else, okay? Either I am all in or I am all out. And it is crazy because I agree. There are women, plenty of women, that are only seeking financial gain for men, that are only seeking advancement. If it's not financially, it's other type of advancement. There are women who are low down dirty scoundrels. But guess what? There are men who are low down dirty scoundrels that are seeking to use women, seeking to take advantage of them, seeking to mentally manipulate and destroy them. The coin is the same. Same coin, opposite sides. The same people doing the same type shit, they just in denial about it. If you've ever listened to any of my videos, then you will know specifically that I talk about being with the people that's on your level. So if you're promiscuous, be with other promiscuous people. If you into poly, be with people that are into poly. If you like to cheat, either be with somebody that like to cheat with you, or don't mind if you cheat. Like you cheat, they ain't gonna say shit. Okay? But don't be with somebody that's expecting you to be one way and then you're actually a different way. Don't present yourself as this person that is so good, and then you don't deliver. So when I think about men talking about 50-50, I don't think that that's the best method. If you're trying to avoid women taking advantage of you, because there are plenty of women that will go along with the 50-50 thing and do just enough to get by, to get you in and lock you in, and then turn out to be some bullshit. Just the same way there are men that will tell you they love you, they do anything for you, get you close enough in to lock you into some bullshit. So with that being said, be your whole self. Don't downplay, none of that. Don't make yourself do anything extra. Either people fuck with you, for you, or they don't. If you give people stuff and they act a certain way, duly noted, so that you know, okay, these are the actions that people take when they are users. There are telltale signs. You can read by my book, Spiritual Human Behavior, and it will tell you the different types of manipulators, the users, and all of those things. I talk about all these things. So for me, it's a little bit different when looking at situations, because these are things that I've already talked about throughout the course of my life's work. As far as making sure, like, if a woman is immediately asking you for bill money, that bitch don't like you like that. And if her bills is already past due when you get there, then she ain't stable enough for you if your shit is together. Now, if you ain't got your shit together, let's say you got a roommate and you balling because you got a roommate, but she's living on her own and her bills ain't together, and you can help. That might be a situation that's good for you, for the both of y'all, because y'all both have something to offer. But that's kind of on the same level, because if she had a roommate, she would probably be good too. But she ain't got no roommate. The point is, meet people where they are, but only date where you are. Don't see telltale signs that somebody is using you and then still allow yourself to be used. Don't see telltale signs that somebody is not really into you and then try to force your way into their lives. it's so crazy because I've had guys where I tell them, hey, let's just be friends, or I call them friend, and they immediately get upset. But in order for me to be in a relationship with you, I got to feel you as my friend first. If you're not my friend and we can't communicate, if you're trying to jump straight into a relationship, to me, that's a red flag. If you're trying to convince another person why you are a good choice, that's a red flag. If they don't like you, don't convince nobody to fuck with you. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your goddamn grandmama, your aunties, family, friends. Definitely not no dick or pussy. If you trying to have sex or be with somebody, don't allow certain things. Yes, you grow, you advance, you mature. Learning to be around different people often introduce you to new ways of thinking, new ways of being, and how to be a better version of yourself. But don't change you for nobody. Don't stop being you for nobody. They used you. They played you one time. One time is enough to never get played by that person or somebody doing something similar to what they did again. Take the time to learn from what you've living through. So if you was with somebody, let's say, and they you moved them in and they ended up doing you wrong and doing you dirty. You know, they, whether it's cheating, whether they didn't pay a bill, whether they, you know, as long as it's nothing abusive or violent, then what are we doing? Date where you are mentally is a big thing. You got to be with somebody that's mentally where you are. That can mean and be impacted by their religious beliefs, by their childhood. It's a lot of things that go into picking the right person. We're not talking about the perfect person unless you're talking about perfect for you. Like they have all of the things that you like or can work with. We're not talking about potential. Like if they change this, ooh, they would be so perfect. No, if they don't change anything, could you accept them the way they are? Stop forcing your way into people's life. If somebody tell you no and acting funny or anything like that, go with the no. Sometimes that is for the best for the both of you. If you convince somebody to be with you that really didn't want to fuck with you and the shit don't work out, you know what they're going to say? I didn't really want to be with you anyways. So why even put yourself in a situation where somebody can try to throw some shit up in your face that's not even throwable? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if they didn't want to be with you and they compromised, and they wrong just as you are for compromising. Because guess what? You can't convince me to like you if I've already seen things I don't like. That's just the way it is in my world. And it's great when you have your own and you're 100% because you create your world and then you bring people into your world that you can relate to, that are good for you, that are good to you, that have common goals, common interests, and that you can build with. We're not changing people. We're accepting people for who they are. Either they are on our level and something that we want to be with, or they're not. We're not convincing nobody, none of that. And the last thing, before I go, because I got a text message to answer, sex is important. I don't care what nobody tell you. The only time sex is not important is if they are religious and they aren't interested in sex with you like that. Because sex is the bond that keeps your chemistry together. It's the fluid, it's the juices, it is the energy exchange between you and your person that help y'all stay connected. So even if you upset, the more that you are connected sexually, the more you'll be connected spiritually. The more you're connected spiritually, the more you'll be able to communicate, the more the romance will be there, the more you will be able to read and understand your partner even when they're not saying things. Life is about paying attention to detail, taking what you see for what you see, and then adjusting and moving accordingly. With those three things, you can't lose because you're always taking account for what's going on, whether you like it or you don't like it. How can you make it better? If you are talking about being in a relationship, does this person meet the basic needs of me? The basic needs for me and some other women, are they spiritually sound? Do they walk by faith? Do they take care of their business? Do they have long-term feuds with people that they shouldn't have long-term feuds with? Now, let me give you a little disclaimer. You cannot like somebody. You can remove yourself from a situation, but that does not mean that that's a feud. A feud is like something that's been brewing and going on and you never address it. So now y'all are at odds, and every time you see each other, you bumping heads. But the real problem is you're not addressing the underlying issues. There are some things that you have to decide that you want for yourself. I can't tell you really how to pick your person, but you need to pick somebody that's compatible mentally, spiritually, physically, sexually, and every way possible. Because if you get with somebody that's not on your level, like, and not striving to be on another level up or above or anything, they're not striving to grow, then all that does is drag you down. And then now you are low. You are feeling inadequate. Not because you're inadequate, but if you're connected to people, if you're having sex with people, if you're spending time with people, if you're investing in people that's inadequate, or they feel they're inadequate, if they have low self-esteem, if they have depression, if they have drug issues, all of those things will begin to affect you. Or who you are will begin to positively affect them to change, grow, but you can't force your change and your growth on them. They have to be inspired to change and grow and become whole on their own. But if you got 100% and I got 100%, then we don't need 50-50. We 200. We got it. But if you only want me to bring 50% because you only got 50%, I don't want to sit at that table. All right, y'all. That's just, let's stop the gender wars and start communicating about the experiences, why we think this way, and then learn lessons so that we can stop thinking that way and address inner healing. All right, y'all. Bye.
Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.